Hello student, Namaskar. I am Dr. Samsar Patel, Assistant Professor in ITM University Gwalior. So you are in fifth semester, that is third year. I will teach you plant pathology subject and the course number is PP311 and course title is diseases of field and horticultural crop and their management first, in which we only study field crop diseases. So in today we discuss the unit number 4, that is diseases of sunflower, that comes under lecture number 22. So in today lecture, first I will give outline of the today lecture. So first introduction to sunflower diseases, in which I include the only few diseases and some diseases we study later on, and then what are the different objective of the today lecture, then what are the economic importance of the today lecture, how we study or how we control for the sunflower diseases. Then in today lecture we include only three diseases, that is first one is necrosis of sunflower, then second one is Sclerotia stem rot, and the third one is Alternaria blight. After completion of the diseases, I will give one exercise, then also I will tell the learning outcome of the today lecture. Then I also instruct to what are the different research scope of the today lecture, and at last I quoted the reference from where I make the presentation. So first is introduction to sunflower diseases. So as you know that sunflower is the very important crop in India as well as in the world. In India there is mostly sunflower go on southern India, that is Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra as well as in the Odisha region. So sunflower is a most important oilseed crop, and in India there is a shortage of the oilseed as well as pulse crop. So government of India gives more emphasis to increase the production of sunflower oilseed as well as pulse crop, and sunflower is one of them. And sunflower mostly grown on in southern India, and these sunflower crops are more prone to attacked by the number of diseases and pests, and these diseases are mainly caused due to fungus, bacteria, viruses as well as nematode, and some physiological disorder also causes some malformation in the sunflower crop. So in today lecture I will discuss only three diseases, that is sunflower necrosis, then Sclerotia stem rot and Alternaria blight. So this is a very most important diseases, and near about 10 to 15% crop losses due to these diseases. Then what are the different objectives of the today lecture? So first objective is to study the various diseases of the sunflower. As I told earlier, sunflower is more prone to attacked by the number of disease and pest, and in today lecture we study only three diseases, that is necrosis, Sclerotium rot and Alternaria blight. Then detection and identification of the pathogen, in which I include the how we detect these pathogen in the field condition, and how we study or we confirm these particular diseases are caused by the such pathogen. Then to study the disease cycle, in which I explain the what are the primary source of the inoculum and what are the different secondary source of the inoculum, and how these pathogen completed their disease cycle in the host. Then to study the management of the various diseases, in which I explain the how we overcome what are the different control measures for controlling the diseases in the sunflower crop. By controlling these diseases, we increase the production of the sunflower crop, and by if a farmer get more production, then definitely they get more returns, and they improve their standard of living. Then what are the different economic importance of the today lecture? So as I told earlier, sunflower is the most important crop, and it is more prone to attacked by the number of pathogen, and almost 20 to 25% crop losses due to the disease. If we control the disease, then we increase the production as well as income of the farmers. So first disease is the sunflower necrosis disease, and these necrosis disease are caused by the tobacco streak viruses. As you know that there is a very difficult to control the viruses. So if this disease occurs in a field condition, then definitely some losses are occurred if earlier control measure are not applied. So in economic important was the appearance of sunflower necrosis disease was observed for the first time during the 1997 at Bangalore, which later spread to the other part of the Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh as well as Maharashtra region. So it is a new disease in India, and first time this disease discovered in the Bangalore region in the 1997, and this disease was observed on all stages of the crop growth in Kharif as well as in Rabi season, and the incidence ranged from 5 to 70% in the sunflower crop. And if the diseases occur in severe condition, then definitely 30 to 40% crop losses occurs due to the dead diseases. In symptoms, initially small irregular necrotic patches appears on the leaf lamella more near the midrib, and the dead disease mostly symptoms are developed on the leaf region, and the symptoms also develop on the stem as well as in the flowering parts, that is flower, and this disease occur all the stage of the crop growth in the Kharif as well as in the Rabi season, and as these necrosis advance, it results into twisting of the leaf. Later it extends through one side of the leaf lamella to the petiole and stem, and finally it terminates at the shoot of the plant, leading to paralytic symptom. So these are the most important diseases, and as you see in the first photograph, there is a leaf. First symptoms appear on the leaf, and because symptoms, small lesions develop in the leaves. Later these lesions are enlarged, and it covers the whole leaf region, and these leaves are dropping down, and finally they dried up and set to the ground. Then in second photograph, as you see in the these disease symptoms appear on the flowering part, that is earhead, and because earhead are infected by these viruses, then only few flowers are fertilized, and only few grains are developed under these earhead. Then the necrosis at bud formation stage make the capitulum to bend and twisted, and the necrosis symptoms appear on the bract as well as capitulum also, and the early infected plant become stunted, weak, and die before flowerings. Necrosis after flower head fails to open, and no seed filling take place. As you see in the third photograph, there is if infection occur on the head or the flowering part, then only few grains are fertilized, or only few heads have the grain, and other heads are not fertile. So only few yield obtained by the farmers. In disease cycle, these tobacco streak viruses comes under the ILAR group viruses and causes number of diseases. And these virus can be transmitted to mechanical shape inoculation from sunflower to other 22 host, and vice versa. The viruses is mainly transmitted by the thrips through infected pollen as a carrier. So this there is a most important question comes under which viruses are transmitted by the pollen grain. So ILAR viruses, that some viruses comes under ILAR group, and these ILAR group viruses transmitted by the pollen grains. So these are the very important question for exam point of view. So bead host, particularly Parthenium hygieatum, camelina, and Echeiranthus harbors the viruses, and because these viruses survive in these weed host as well as some other host, And whenever a new sunflower crop are available, then these virus infect the new sunflower crop and cause heavy losses. Then in favorable condition, if a temperature ranging from 25 to 30 degrees centigrade and relative humidity 60 to 65 centigrade, 60 to 65%, and if at the time of flowering intermittent rainfall occurs, so these conditions are very much favorable to development of these sunflower necrosis diseases. Then in management part, for cultural management practices, if we remove the weed plant from the field and adjoint area of the crop, and the ruining of the infected plant before flowering helps to destroy the virus source and spread of the diseases. And if we avoid growing of chrysanthemum and marigold close to sunflower crop, then we control the disease by the cultural method. And if we give seed treatment with the imidacloprid, that is Gocho 70 WS at the rate of 5 gram per kg, followed by 2 to 3 spray at a 15 days interval starting from 25 days old seedling to pre-seed setting stage with the imidacloprid at the rate of 0.05%, control the insect vector. If we control these insect vector, then we definitely control these viral diseases in the crop plant. If we grow 5 to 7 row of border crop all around sunflower with sorghum or bajra, then we control the sunflower necrosis diseases. The next disease is the Sclerotium wilt, that we also call it as collar rot. These diseases are also the very important, and almost every cultivated area where sunflower crop is cultivated, then this disease definitely appears in sporadic forms. And this disease was first reported in India in 1973 in the Andhra Pradesh region, and later this disease also reported in the Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, as well as in the Madhya Pradesh region and some part of the Karnataka. And these diseases are mainly occurs at the seedling stage, but all plant part are infected by the diseases. So in symptoms, initially symptom of the disease appears after reported after sowing. An infected plant can be spotted from the distance by their sticky appearance. As you see in the photograph, there is in the stem part there is a whitish growth we can see, and these whitish growth are sticky, that it attract most of the insect and pest for attack to the sunflower crop. And later these sticky appearance are plant wither and these die, and white cottony mycelium and mustard side sclerotia body we can see in the infected stem. So you see in the photographs there is a mustard like body and whitish mycelium we can see in the second picture, that in the stem. And in first picture there is a, if this disease infect the leaf, then leaves are dropping leaves are dropping, and after some time these leaves are died, and finally complete plant are died and shed off. So these are the most important characteristic of the sclerotium wilt diseases. Then what are the characteristic of the pathogens? So these pathogen produce dark color sclerotia. That sclerotia serve as a dormant stage because these sclerotia are thick walled and hard and round in shape and look like a mustard seed. And with the help of these sclerotia, these pathogens survive for longer period in the infected plant debris as well as the soil. So whenever favorable conditions are available and new sunflower crop are also sown, then at the time these sclerotia germinate and form a new fungus. After forming new fungus, these new fungus infect the new sunflower crop. So in disease cycle, these fungus survive as a sclerotia in the soil as well as in the infected plant debris, and the secondary spread of the disease occurs through sclerotia by implements and irrigation water. So likewise, these pathogens completed their disease cycle in the host. Then what are the different favorable conditions for development of the diseases? Then if alternate period of high soil moisture and water stress condition predispose the diseases. So these conditions are very much favorable to development of the sclerotia wilt or cholera disease in the sunflower crop. Then what are different management practices for controlling the sunflower sclerotium wilt in the sunflower? So in cultural practices, if we collect and destruct the infected plant debris, by these practices we destroy the dormant sclerotia in the soil as well as in the infected plant debris. Then inoculation or so if these dormant sclerotia are destroyed, then the new crop are disease free. Then if we give seed treatment with the Captan or carboxin at the rate of 0.3%, then we control the diseases. And we also give the drenching the base of the plant with chestnut compound at the rate of 0.3%. And if we give soil amendment like oat, straw, and finely grounded castor and neem cake reduce disease incidence in the sunflower crop. And we also use antagonistic fungi such as Trichoderma harzianum for controlling the sclerotium wilt or cholera diseases in the sunflower crop. So these are the management pesticides for controlling the sunflower sclerotium wilt. The next disease is the leaf blight, and these leaf blight caused due to Alternaria helianthai. This leaf blight disease is very most important disease in the India as well as in the tropical country, and wherever sunflower crop are grown, these diseases are very much prevalent and occurs frequently. So these diseases are caused by the Alternaria helianthai, and it is the most destructive disease and is widely distributed wherever sunflower is grown, and it occurs on all the variety in the winter season, and it spread rapidly during the rainy season. These diseases have been reported to reduce the seed yield by the 27 to 80% and oil yield by 17 to 35%. And the disease also affect the quality of the seed, which adversely affect seed germination and vigor of the seedling. So these diseases are very most important, and almost 70 to 35% crop 17 to 35% crop losses occur due to the diseases. Then in symptoms, these fungus produce brown spot on the leaves, but these spot can also be seen on the stem petals and as well as on the sepals. So most characteristic symptoms for identification of the Alternaria leaf spot or leaf blight. So these Alternaria produce spot, and these spot have a concentric ring. So these concentric ring is a peculiar characteristic or peculiar symptom for identification of the Alternaria leaf spot or leaf blight. So these Alternaria produce a brown spot on the leaves, and the lesions on the leaves are dark brown to black in color, circular to oval spot, and ranging from 0.2 to 0.5 mm in diameter, and the spot are often surrounded by a chlorotic zone with necrotic centers, and the spot later enlarge in size with concentric ring and become irregular in shape. Under high atmospheric humidity, several spot coalesce to show bigger irregular lesions leading to drying and defoliation. So these are the most important symptoms for identification of the leaf blight of the sunflower crop that caused by the Alternaria helianthai. And the disease sometimes cause rotting of the flower heads and affect the quality of the seed by reducing the germination percentage. As you see in the photograph, there is a brownish spot we can see in the lower surface of the leaf, and later on these brownish spot enlarge and cover entire surface of the leaf, and sometimes these brownish spot we also see in the stem as well as in the head region of the sunflower crop. If a head or flowering part of the sunflower crop is infected, then only few grains are form on the infected head and yield reduces up to 30%. So these are the very important diseases in the sunflower crop. And in pathogen characteristic, these pathogen are these fungus produce cylindrical conidiophore, and these conidiophore are pale grey yellow in color and straight or curved, geniculate, simple or branched, septate, and they bear single conidium. And these conidia have these conidiophore have a conidia, and these conidia are cylindrical to long ellipsoid, straight to slightly curved, pale grey yellow to pale brown, 1 2 3 septate with longitudinal septa. So these alternaria have the longitudinal septa. So we clearly identify in the after preparation of the temporary slide. Then in disease cycle, these fungus survive on seed host plant debris as well as in the weed host, and this secondary spread is mainly through the wind blown conidia. Because these conidia are spread through wind, so only few days after infection, the entire field of the sunflower crop are infected. Then in a favorable condition, if rainy weather, cool winter climate, and late sown crop are highly susceptible to infect by the alternaria leaf blight diseases. And in management part, if we grow resistant varieties such as BSH1, and if we remove and destroy the infected plant debris and root out weed host at periodical intervals, then we control the diseases. And if we sow the crop early in the season, in the June, so the incidence of leaf blight disease is less. Then if we maintain a proper spacing of 60 to 30 centimeter or 45 into 30 centimeter, reduce disease buildup. And if we do the treat the seed with thiram or carbendazim at the rate of 2 gram per kg, then we control the diseases. We also control the diseases by spraying twice or thrice with Zynem or Mancozeb at the rate of 0.2% or carbendazim at the rate of 0.1% as the 10-day interval starting from first appearance of the disease or 35 days after sowing. Then we control the diseases. So these are the managing practices for controlling the leaf blight diseases. So in today's lecture, I cover the 3 diseases. That is, first one is sunflower necrosis diseases, and second one is sclerotium rot or collar rot, and third one is alternaria leaf blight. So if you have any doubt, then you call me or contact me. Then now I will give exercise for today's lecture. So student go to the sunflower field and collect the disease sample of these diseases, and after collection of the diseases, student prepare a slide, and also they isolate of the pathogen in the lab conditions. And student also expert to identify the disease on the basis of the symptoms. So these are the exercise part of the today lecture. Then what are the different learning outcome of the today lecture? So in learning outcome, I explained all 3 diseases. What are the different causal organism, economic importance, symptoms, favorable condition, pathogen characteristic, disease cycle, and how we manage the diseases in the field condition. And I also explained how we identify the diseases in the field on the basis of the symptoms. So these are the learning outcome of the today lecture. Then what are the different research scope of the today lecture? So student plan a research of the today lecture, that is to develop eco-friendly management of the disease, in which a student select a best strain of the Trichoderma and Pseudomonas for controlling the fungal as well as bacterial pathogen. And student also plan research that is surveying, screening and surveying of the sunflower diseases in the Chambal region, and they collect samples from the different region and isolate in the lab, and they finding comes are which isolate is more virulent for causing the disease as compared to the other isolates. And in third, to identify the various botanical extract for control management of the disease, in which the student select the best botanical extract for controlling these pathogens on the basis of the fusion food technique. So these are the research scope of the today lecture. Then these are the references from which I make the presentation. So if you want to further study, then you go through these books, and you also go through the ICRE course for more study. So in today's lecture, I explain the 3 diseases: Alternaria, leaf blight, sunflower necrosis, and the sclerotium rot or color rot. So if you have any doubt after seeing this video, then you call me or contact me, or you also ask ask your doubt in the webinar classes. I will try to solve your doubt. So with this remark, I concluded the today lecture. So thank you very much for seeing my video. Best of luck.